Hello guys, welcome to Top Anime Sensei. This video is the continuation video after What Should I Say to Rimuru-sama. So if you have not watched it, then please watch it. The link is in the description. So without any further delay, let's start. But before we start, please like, subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Why hasn't Rimuru-sama made a move yet? Ain was Gerard's lieutenant, and she had lost consciousness the instant demon peer Rimuru was summoned. It likely cost much of her life force, but it was undoubtedly masterful work. The fact that she was even alive at all was commendable, although, without the supernatural power of Rimuru, she would likely never wake up. While feeling proud of Ain, Gerard prepared to retreat once the opportunity presented itself. With the unusual power of Rimuru, it'd be a piece of cake slaughtering everyone at the scene. Besides, even the capital of the Kingdom of Ingratia would soon become engulfed by the hellish flame that was about to come. Gerard was planning to flee with Ain before that happened. He intended to sacrifice all the citizens of this city to their god, Rimuru. And with this contribution, the members of the Apostles of Vert would surely be able to join the ranks of their deity. That was his plan. However, things were going the opposite way of what Gerard had envisioned. Ever since Rimuru showed up, she had been standing still and silently staring at Testarossa. Finally, she decided to speak. Unbelievable. Blanc, how did you manage to get a body? That title sounds so desolate to me. Someone has already given me the wonderful name of Testarossa. Wouldn't you dislike it if people started calling you the Green Demon? No, Rimuru. You got a name. How is that possible? Testarossa giggled. Very possible it seems. It's so kind of you to come all the way here to say hi. But unfortunately, I won't lose to you in this state. It'd be quite amusing if you still intend to fight me. How about 1,000 years of slumber as a parting gift from me? She said provokingly with an elegant smile. Not only did she obtain a body, but she even received a name. And just like that, Testarossa had evolved into a demon peer, same as Rimuru. They were now both on a level playing field. At first glance, their combat abilities were on par with each other, but logically speaking, Testarossa, who only acquired her body recently, would be at a disadvantage. That would have been the case if not for Testarossa's bellicose personality. Rimuru, as Demon Lord Guy's subordinate, mainly handled administrative affairs, whereas Testarossa, a primordial just like Rimuru, had been fighting for power every single day of her life. There was no clear-cut way to compare either of them in combat experience. Furthermore, Testarossa's subordinate, Moss, was here with her. While I possess more magicules, I don't want to risk fighting two demon peers. Moreover, my opponent is one half of the troublesome black and white duo. The duty Guy-sama gave me was just to create a disturbance at the capital, not risk my life trying to eliminate one of the primordials. I should report this problem to Guy-sama first. Rimuru was very calm. She instantly recognized the difference in strength between her and her enemies, and determined the best course of action that the situation demanded. There is no need to provoke me like that. Blanc, Testarossa. My target today is not you, but only to destroy the barrier over the capital. I think I achieved my goal. Are you trying to flee? Indeed, my life belongs to Guy-sama. It is not something I can choose to throw away with my own free will. I see. Then I look forward to our next encounter. To that declaration, Rimuru remained emotionless. That is my line. Get used to your body soon. I won't allow you to make excuses when you're defeated. Testarossa's smile deepened. The two stared at each other for a while before Rimuru vanished. Gerard couldn't help but let out a gasp. With her departure, she left behind a room full of baffled bystanders. Their god, the supreme existence, the invincible, the omnipotent being, had been persuaded to leave by the counselor who only had a beautiful appearance going for her, or so it seemed in Gerard's eyes. The Apostles of Vert was merely a disposable tool to Rimuru. It was something she prepared on a whim to keep human societies under her surveillance and obtain information. There were plenty of replacements at the ready, so she was indifferent to the fates of Gerard and the others. She abandoned them without a second thought, but Gerard refused to accept this reality. No way, damn it, you made our god leave. Enraged, Gerard swung his sword at Testarossa. His elevated rank, abilities weren't just for show. The swiftness of his sword was invisible to the average person. Yet to someone like Testarossa, he moved like he was in slow motion. Besides, there was no need for her to do anything. Moss was with her. He would never ignore such insolence. Clang! With a sharp crack, Gerard's sword shattered in half. He was apprehended by Moss the very next moment. Don't kill him. Same goes for that official, Johann. But these people insulted Testarossa-sama in the blink of an eye. Moss's ear was sent flying away. Moss, are you asking me to repeat myself? He kneeled immediately, demonstrating regret for his misconduct. I would not dare to have given my opinion to Testarossa-sama. I thought too highly of myself. Testarossa had been in a good mood lately, which caused him to become careless for a second. She was actually very egocentric. The same applied to not only Testarossa, but Ultima and Carrera as well. Birds of a feather flock together was probably the best phrase that described them. Since you are aware of it, I shall forgive you this time. Ara, I have such a generous heart, right, Moss? Wouldn't you agree? Definitely, you are absolutely correct, Moss said cooperatively. He was a smart man after all. Even though he occasionally made mistakes like this, he had served Testarossa for over 10,000 years. That was an incredible achievement that no one could even hope of replicating. And so, Johann, Gerard and Ein were captured. Even the soldiers on their side were arrested. How can this be? Gerard finally collected his thoughts after losing to Moss. The conversation between Misery and Testarossa began slowly sinking in before he realized something crucial. Our enemy was acknowledged as an equal by our god. Blanc. Could Blanc be referring to the white Primordial? Gerard knew of the Primordial demons. That was why he was able to see through Testarossa's hidden identity. As soon as he connected the dots, Gerard plunged into a state of utter stupefaction. Now armed with the knowledge of what they had attempted to go against, he knew his soul would never see a day of rest. His ego as a strong individual meant nothing in front of the power of a Primordial. Gerard laughed maniacally. In a way, he had met an enviable end. Thus, both Gerard and an unconscious Ein were dragged away by the magical inquisitors. Johann looked as though he had suddenly aged a few years as he laid lifelessly on the ground, rambling. Have I failed? Even Grandel Sama's wish. His final request. Yes, there is nothing you can achieve. Testarossa mocked, whispering into Johann's ears, her words filled with spite. When the sweet voice of Testarossa reached Johann's eardrums, it completely numbed his heart. Damn it, if it weren't for you, our plan would have worked. Ara, is that so? Then I'm terribly sorry to have interfered with your plan in the end. Perhaps this is fate and it wanted you to give up. Ara, looks like someone's waiting behind you. Now please excuse me. Testarossa stroked her pale finger across Johann's jaw before making way for the magical inquisitors, who were waiting to carry out their orders. No, stay away from me. The magical inquisitors remained silent throughout the process as they escorted Johann out. Stop it, boy, get your hands off me, Johann shouted in front of an aloof crowd. Do you have any idea who I am? Do you not know the consequences of your actions here? My nation will not allow this to stand. You're creating an international problem for yourselves. No one reacted. Not a single person was willing to lend him a helping hand. That was only natural. With all these witnesses present, Johann would have to answer for his actions. There's no use crying. You have to pay the price for your crimes. Don't worry. Your friends will be with you too. You will all have a fun time together. Go to hell, you demon. Seeing Johann's distress, Testarossa laughed happily. Yufufufufufu. Wonderful. There it is. How can I not be amused by a stray dog barking like that? Within the council, criminals are judged by a jury, and if your charge is inciting subversion of state power or conspiracy against one's country, it is outside the jurisdiction of the council and instead will be handled by Ingratia. How unfortunate that I won't have the right to punish you, even though I could claim self-defense. You seem a bit too weak for me. Testarossa's words were perfectly aligned with international law. Taking the law as an excuse, she merely utilized logic to force Johann into a corner. With Johann arrested, he would follow in the footsteps of Gavin, never to see the light of day again and eventually executed in secret. Looking at the results, Testarossa single-handedly forced the demon that attempted to destroy the kingdom to back down, thus saving Ingratia and even all of the council members. This incident cemented Testarossa's status within the council. Both her intelligence and martial prowess were insurmountable. Even the speaker began to regard Testarossa highly, and her reputation spread far and wide. And so, Testarossa was able to conquer the West once and for all. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys have not watched my other videos, then please watch them. The links are in the description. And don't forget to like, subscribe and press the bell icon so you don't miss the updates.